Yo, what's up guys, it's Sungod here, and today we're gonna be talking about how to absolutely demolish the enemy jungler in the early game. I'm gonna break down all my tips and tricks for path efficiency, camp clearing, and straight up abusing the other jungler. We're gonna invade their jungle, steal all their camps, and snowball a massive lead. Get ready to take some crazy leads in your games after watching this video. I'm hyped just thinking about it, and let's get right into the jungle domination guide. If you're trying to get better at League of Legends or simply reach your dream rank, you can join my Discord server in the description down below, along with hundreds of other students and an amazing community. Join now. Okay, so before you dip our toes straight in the guide, it's absolutely vital to understand a few things about the game before you just blindly invade the enemy jungler or become proactive. I'm going to call this the 3 rules of domination. The first rule is understanding your matchups. Okay, so in this game we're playing Kindred against Karthus, and we took press the attack in order to make the best use of our strong early game in order to punish Karthus' weak early game. What's important to consider is every single matchup, not just your jungle matchup. In this game specifically, we have to foresee what's going to happen when we're going to be invading the Karthus. Qiyana's early game is fairly weak, and Lulu can easily push to her turret in order to assist us during the invade. Yone can be strong in extended fights, especially with lethal tempo, but he's not too much of a threat without his tier 2 boots, and he's going to need at least 4 minutes of farming before he gets them, allowing us to invade the Karthus without too much trouble. Not only that, but Lulu also has heal in case things gets dangerous, and we can also take into consideration Karthus' summoner spell during the skirmish. Here he's playing with exhaust, which is actually good for us since he won't be able to escape us if we are all-inning him. The second rule of domination is understanding the enemy jungler's clear, the speed of their clear, and their intention/goal. Karthus often starts blue buff in order to have the fastest clear possible, finishing at around 257, so that he can spam his Qs and E as much as possible. His intention is to scale. He wants to have enough items and Dark Harvest stacks by joining skirmishes as much as possible, so that his damage can pack a punch and carry in the mid to late game with no real counterplay. Our goal as Kindred is to make sure that does not happen. We want to prevent him from full clearing on repeat as much as possible, delay his power spikes, and become strong enough so that we have an agency in his jungle, invading on repeat with the Lulu following us. If we manage to defeat him early on, we can snowball the game from here on out. Okay, so the third rule of domination is aggressive clearing. In order to invade the Karthus, we want to fight the Karthus in his top side preferably, because we want to avoid a skirmish against Ezreal and Elise, since they're very strong early on, and we will most likely die if we engage in a 4v4 bot side. So how do we clear and kill him, knowing that Karthus' clear speed is faster than ours, and he has a strong bot side? Let's take a look at this little image here. So if I go for the red here, and then I go for Gromp, and then I go for Raptors, and then invade his top side, will I have time to kill the Karthus? The answer is not, because Karthus' clear speed is going to be extremely fast, so he's gonna do blue, and then Gromp, and then Wolves into his top side, and by the time he is here, I will still be on Raptors, and then he will just finish his clear back because he knows I started bot side, and then go for the other Scuttle, and then I will have missed the chance to actually kill him. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna skip the Krugs to gain some time. But if I only do red into Raptors and then go for another count to get my level 3, I will still be level 2. So what I'm gonna be doing in this game is I'm going to be doing red into Raptors, and then I'm going to invade him knowing that Lulu will most likely have prio on the Qiyana. And then I'm not going to be waiting him here because I'm still going to be level 2, and Karthus will be most likely at his Raptors already, knowing his clear speed. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing his Krugs here, put a vision ward right there, and then look for a chance to kill him, because we know that Kindred can jump over walls. By doing the Krugs here, I will get my level 3, and then I will be able to contest the red by killing him, because I will be very close to the Karthus. He has exhaust, he can't get away from me, and I will be able to kill him. Let's look at the in-game example. So the reason why I'm explaining this is it's really important to explain the thought process behind everything, because there's always a reason why I'm doing this clear and how I'm abusing my knowledge in order to put it inside the game. So here you can see that everything is going as according to the plan. Lulu already put a ward on the raptors, and I know that he's doing raptors because yeah, we have a ward there. So I'm gonna be doing Krugs here, and I'm gonna be waiting the Karthus at his red, and I'm gonna be looking here, and I see that he finally moved and that he's starting to do red. Karthus is really scared here because he thinks I'm right there, and he was right because he's putting himself in the bush to make sure that I'm not there. I'm gonna be smiting the red and then immediately put an E stack on the Karthus and then kill him and get away. And as you can see, Yone is not able to catch up to us, Kiana is not able to move to us, and we just secured a kill, and we just secured a really good early game because we disrupted the Karthus weak early game. Okay, so to summarize, the 3 rules of dominations are: understand your matchups, and not only your jungle matchup, understand your jungler's intentions, his goal, his clear speed, etc. And then finally, aggressive clearing, clear accordingly to the information and knowledge that you have. So now the golden question is, okay, cool, we got an early kill, we got an early lead. What do we do with that? Like, how do we actually clear the game with the lead that we already got? So I'm gonna show you, like, in this game, how I did it. This is like a previous video. You can watch it in full on my YouTube channel. It's called Dropping 20 Kills on Kindred in a Challenger Lobby. But basically here, now that we actually killed the Karthus in the early game, we have a really important information, which is where he started and the camps that are going to spawn. He started bot side, and he's gonna go from bot to top. So now that I have this information, I can aggressively clear his jungle, knowing this because I am stronger than the Karthus, and you can see here, I'm just clearing his top side. I'm gonna take his camps, and I know exactly where the Karthus is. See, I know that he is going to be topside, and thanks to this information I'm able to just invade the Karthus on repeat, and there's nothing you can do about this. Here I know that the Kiana is most likely moving because she's not showing on the map, or she's just hiding in Fog of War, so I'm going to respect that, and I'm going to play for Grubbies. Why am I going to play for Grubs? Because Karthus has nothing else to do. We already have like a huge lead, right? We went from bot to top, so Karthus has nothing to do. The only option that he has is a Drake, but that's not gonna be possible either way because I can also contest this. So Karthus is just left at his demise, and there's legit nothing he can do. He is level 4, I took all the grubs, and now I can play for bot side. I can play for my Scuttle stack, and you can see Karthus is trying to take the stack here from me, but that's just not going to happen. And now we're gonna take the Scuttle, and you can see like we're making the Karthus look like bronze, but he really isn't. It's just that he can't actually do anything here, to be honest. He's trying his best to get some gold back, some XP, but because we know exactly where the Karthus is, we are able to abuse this to the absolute max, and I can just farm stacks over and over again. Thankfully, my mid laner also took Lulu, and we can just snowball from here on out. We got Kraken Slayer, we are Bill Gates, and yeah, like from now on it's just easy game. I'm just gonna do Wolf here, and again and again and again and again, as you can see, what I'm gonna be doing is go to his top side as opposed to just clearing my jungle and doing nothing, because I got information available, right? So using this information, I'm able to disrupt Karthus clear over and over again, and you can see I'm literally doing the same strat here. I'm just gonna do Krugs. They don't know I'm here just because I have a dash. I'm looking at the minion spawns to see like if I'm gonna get spotted by the minions as well, and we can see that Karthus is here, and now he's gonna leave very fast to either go on my bot side or not, because if I go to my bot side here, it's not to do my camps, it's to deny the Karthus from invading me. So now we can do the Drake because we're really fed, and honestly from that point on the game is just over, because Karthus only has one quadrant. There's legit nothing he can do here to really get back in the game. We have him like, we have him spotted, we know exactly where he's heading at, and yeah, he's just gonna die and repeat. We have a huge lead. Our plan is over. Thank you very much, Karthus, and have a nice day. So here we're gonna look at another example. I am playing Belveth into an Elise. Elise is a super strong early game jungler, so even as Belveth, I'm gonna have like a lot of trouble like killing him early on because he has a lot of damage. He has a mini Zonia to help him gain some time or dodge my W or my E or like whatever. And then their mid laner or their laners can just cover the Elise. So it's gonna be really hard for me to really do anything here. Like there is a Galio, there's an Ambessa, and if I ever invade, I'm just gonna get sandwiched by both really strong laners, CC to death, and honestly there isn't much I can do, even as Belveth. So what I'm gonna be doing here is take like a more passive approach, but I'm gonna be trying to take any opportunity that I can. So I'm gonna be looking at all the lanes and see which one I'm able to gank, or if I'm able to counter gank the Elise, knowing that she is currently bot side. Thanks to the early information where she just tried to gank like level 1. So yeah, we're gonna be doing just that. But you see, like, I'm really taking all the information into consideration. I'm taking my matchup, I'm taking my knowledge, and I'm taking like Elise clear speed. By that point, I know that Elise is most likely done with her 3 camps at this point. So instead of just clearing my own camps, I'm looking at the wave state bot lane, and I know that it's pushing towards my team. So right now it's looking like quite a free gank. Even if a Jinx has flash, she can't escape from me because I have a lot of dashes. So she's gonna do her best to push the wave, but hey, we just take the kills. So now that I know that Elise is most likely going to try to do a play, I'm going to be doing my own camps and look to play for bot scuttle because the waves are pushing into them, and look to take more opportunities as we go by. Always look at the wave states, and you see I'm not always playing aggressively. I'm not always playing to kill the enemy juggler, because in this case against Elise I can't really do that. She's extremely strong, like we said early game, and there isn't a point for me to like really kill her. But I know for a fact that if I get some items, if I farm efficiently, if I'm able to take some camps away from her or get some kills, I can get my Kraken Slayer and try to look to abuse her later on. And you see, like, instead of just fighting her, I'm just gonna leave because, like I said, I can't really do much against the CC lockdown Galio X Elise, and that's it. So instead of just looking at the game like in slow motion at normal speed, I'm going to speed it up and basically show you what I do. And instead of just being aggressive against the Elise, I'm going to react to her ganks and look to get something done. Here you can see that even though I have like a level lead on the Elise, it's extremely hard to play against her, and I can't really do much because she is the one that creates the opportunities. I'm gonna be the one to counter those opportunities, and yeah, like it's basically doomed, right? Elise foresaw that I was gonna come top lane, and the game is not looking too good. But then again, I'm quite fed. I almost have my Kraken Slayer, and again, I'm looking at the wave state and look to go for bot side here, waiting for it to push like a little bit and look to gank again and again. My goal is to always secure like a really good early game, because most of the games are decided with the early game, especially in the solo queue where the environment is very chaotic. What do you do like in the mid to late game is a really good question that I get a lot. Again, it really depends on which champion you're playing, your goals, and what you want to be doing with the game. Obviously, like, it's a really hard question to answer generally, because you're always gonna have like a different purpose every single game, and your goal is always going to be different. Even if you're playing the same champion, you're always gonna have like a different goal. And you can see here, I already have my Kraken Slayer, I have a long sword and a little bit of attack speed, so I'm definitely gonna be strong, and now I can finally play a little bit more proactive, knowing that I'm just so strong. But all in all, guys, that's it for this guide. I really hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to smash the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys in the next one, where I'm going to be doing a guide on the mid to late game and the general macro of it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.